So, is it worth it to keep trying and even be good at Overwatch? Right now we're in a time where most of the community and most players feel like the meta is in a bad spot. They don't like the current state of the game. You have games like Fortnite that are also out where everybody's friends and their grandmas are playing, so how do we not jump over to that game? And then also, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is going to have a BR game mode itself. With all of these new things coming out and all these exciting different game modes and different games we could be playing, is it worth it to keep playing Overwatch? And no, we're not going to clickbait this video to be over 10 minutes long, and I'm going to hit you with that answer in the last 5 seconds, forcing you to watch the entire video. No. The answer is absolutely. It is very important that you put some time into Overwatch, and specifically games like Overwatch. We're going to get into what type of game Overwatch is compared to some of these other shooters that are really popular. So let's head in game to go figure out what I'm talking about. So Fortnite is a game where you hit the play button, you drop into a lobby of 100 players. Oh shoot, I'm on squad no fill. It won't let me cancel. Fortnite is a game that matches together the first 100 people to hit the play button. Those are your opponents. It doesn't take into consideration your skill. It doesn't matter who's who. Whoever hits play gets to play with each other. So this means you're playing with a ton of casual players and people that are just playing for fun. You are obviously going to stomp them. And then you get to the type of game that Overwatch is. Overwatch is about challenging you. You are only going to be paired against players that have this around the same skill as you, if not a little bit worse or even a little bit better. You are always challenged in Overwatch, playing against difficult opponents. There is no easy game unless the other team has the guy throwing on Torb. And these are the two differences in these games. In one, you are getting paired against just random people who cares, have fun, do whatever you want, and that's Fortnite. And then the other one is you are only getting matched in fair, competitive games that are challenging. That's the difference here. One is easy and the other one is hard. And that hard game, Overwatch, will make you a better player over time. So the only thing you needed to take out of that portion of the video was essentially Overwatch puts you against other skilled players of your skill, and these battle royale games do not. So Overwatch and games like Overwatch and CSGO, they challenge you. Games like Fortnite and other BRs, not as much of a challenge. So let's look a little bit closer at Overwatch. Overwatch is a game that requires a ton of time and practice. And you can say that about most other games, but in Overwatch there's something a little bit different. The game is always changing. The heroes can get buffed and nerfed, things fall out of the meta, things come into the meta. Your heroes that you play sometimes are going to just randomly suck because the Blizzard developers wanted to change something. Overwatch players have to get used to adapting, and that's a fantastic mindset to be in. It is always challenging you. Let's look at the Season 10 meta. I understand most of you are frustrated. I am too. A little bit frustrated with, a little bit might be an understatement. A lot of us are frustrated kind of with the way the game feels right now. And that's very fair to do so, but we are adapting to it. Even though it feels like it sucks right now, we are adapting to it. And that's a good skill to have, being able to adapt to new things. In Fortnite and other BR games, which I'm going to keep using the BR example because they're so popular and relevant right now, things don't really change that much. And if they do change, they're usually not big adjustments. Like in Fortnite, we're going from like the double pump meta to just now one pump. It's really not big changes, but it does mildly, just a little bit, change the way you play. But in Overwatch, these are drastic changes that we have to deal with. And that's making you better as a player. Games like Overwatch, and I draw that comparison to CSGO again because they both are games that pair you with like-skilled players, which is so good for challenging you and making you better. These games, I kind of just said it, whoops, I'm a great YouTuber. These games are really good at challenging you and making you better. It's almost like future-proofing. If you want to continue to get better and make yourself a better player for games that haven't even come out yet, keep playing games like Overwatch. Overwatch is very important to you as a competitive player trying to get better. Because if you are not challenging yourself, you're going to end up mellowing out and becoming washed up. Like youtube.com/Nateson. So that's all I wanted to get off my chest this video. For all of the people that are doubting the integrity of Overwatch right now as a game with a large player base, whether it's relevant or not, it is absolutely worth your time to keep playing Overwatch right now. And I hope you're telling your friends the same thing, because I want them to watch my videos. We joke around a lot here, and I'll be serious for a second. I'm not just like a yes man in the Overwatch community where I'm just going to be like a robot always saying yes, Blizzard good, Overwatch good game. And no, Blizzard doesn't pay me, no companies like that. pay me to make these videos. There will be a day where I tell you, okay guys, maybe we should go ahead and leave Overwatch. That's not going to be today, and I have a feeling that day is going to be very many years from now. Even if I personally move on to other games, I'm going to still say Overwatch is a healthy game for you to be playing because it still is very challenging and is intensely skill-based. And I'm saying yes right now, absolutely yes, that Overwatch is critical to you as a player, and games like Overwatch that match you with like skilled players. Like I believe R6 does the same thing, but I'm not a big Rainbow Six player. There will be a day, years from now, where I tell you, okay, Overwatch doesn't really have the player base for it anymore. Maybe we should go ahead and move on to this next big game. And that's when I'll give you a different answer for whatever that game ends up being. But right now, I'm not a yes man for Blizzard. What I am is someone that wants to help you get better as a player. I want to tell you what I'm thinking. For me, everything I tell you in these videos is not from me searching up on the old Reddit and then I make a video and I just regurgitate stuff you've already seen on here. No, I'm literally playing just video games here by myself because I'm lonely with no friends. And I'm telling you what I see for my games and what I feel. The battle royales, they are a lot of fun. I'm not trying to say they're not fun. They're like the easiest like I don't get that many major plays in Overwatch that I can put on a highlight reel. Because if you're making huge plays against other highly skilled players, you're insane. And I'm really not insane. But in Fortnite, when you're putting me as like a master grandmaster competitive shooter player in Overwatch, you're dumping me in Fortnite against players that hardly play video games. It's like a highlight reel. I'm getting all these cool trick shots on people I can outbuild like it's nothing. I'm not really missing shots like a lot of the other people are. I'm so used to being challenged in Overwatch that when I jump to Fortnite, it's like, this is kind of a joke. Why are these guys missing me? Like I can go in and do a solo squad. Everyone has shotguns. I jump in the middle of a squad. I kill everyone and they're all shooting around me. So am I insane of a player? No. They're all around me missing their shots. I didn't get hit once. I killed all of them though because I know how to click and shoot. I play a lot of McCree in competitive. So that's where I want to get at with this video. Battle royales can kind of paint us as such good players, but in reality, are we really that good? Or is it maybe that we're getting paired against players that are just casuals, that don't even really play video games, but they're having fun with their friends, but we get matched into them because there's no specific competitive like MMR game mode in Fortnite. And that's the answer right there. You're not insane when you start getting all these sweet plays in Fortnite. You're not insane, you're just kind of stunting around on some really bad players. So go play Overwatch, go play Counter-Strike, these games that'll match you against light skilled players, and then go prove to yourself that you're an insane player. Because if you're insane in those games, you're going to be insane everywhere else. It is incredibly good for you as a player to be playing these challenging games. Overwatch is important to you as a competitive gamer, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have an amazing rest of the night, everybody. Take care.